Hey, welcome, guys. First of all, huge shout out to Caresta and the other members of our team. They were on flights all day yesterday, tearing down booze, traveling back from Chicago. So I imagine this morning was a little bit rough, but Chris, you're a gamer, and I really appreciate you being here today.
Hi, I'm Carissa.
So, yeah, this is our 10X webinar. We like to share a little bit about how our company was formed, GSLI, how we make you more efficient at generating leads without having to do the work, the expense, all of those things that instantly generates and increases your pipeline. What you can expect today, I'm going to give you a little bit background of the origin of GSLI. Hard to believe we're past 3 decades, over 30 years since I founded the company. Must like what we're doing because there is a lot of enjoyment in seeing job creation. We're going to talk about common EDO challenges. We're going to talk about I'm going to act and do a little role playing with you. I'm going to play as your role, your board, and kind of uh, talk with you and get an understanding of some of the challenges you're up against. And then GSLI solutions. And I always put a special offer for those that attend these and want to take advantage of our services. So we do chat in this. It is meant to be interactive. If you have questions or if you have thoughts, throw them in the chat, participate in our polls. When you do, you automatically enter into, or we just do a spin over here on the side and come up with the winner. And you'll get to choose between a gift card or my latest book, Less Work, More Impact. I'll even sign it for you if you'd like. So question one, I'd like to ask in the um, chat box, if you can, what economic value in dollars does one new job create in a community? Is it less than 10,000, more than 50,000? Comment in the chat. I'd like to see what your perspective is. If you attract and you're celebrating creating a new job in your community, what economic impact is there? Cindy, you're absolutely right. In fact, it's way more than 50,000. The average job across America in all different aspects is over $550,000 per job. And that is considering when you create one new job, the average life expectancy of that job is 7 years in that community. They buy homes, they invite grandma and grandpa over. Amazon makes more package deliveries, you're buying more gas, and that is the trickle down economics that really add up and make a huge difference. So whenever you're attracting just 3 jobs or 5 jobs, if your board's not happy about that, share that statistic with them, and they'll start to understand what economic value jobs bring. So, question one, Cress, if you could put up the poll, are you interested in increasing your community's pipeline with highly qualified and active projects?
Coming right now. Sorry, it took a second to load.
And I'm going to say unique also. We work with a lot of communities and they get leads from their regional groups or their states um, and whatnot. But if you're interested in increasing your pipeline, throw in a yes. Okay. And I've got a second poll here. Um, are you experiencing budget cuts or a board demanding more results with the same or less money? And I always love this question. It hasn't changed in 30 years. Boards are very demanding. Hey, we want you to do more with less money this year. And the expectations, guys, hey, I want you to go generate a $5 million project and I'm going to give you X amount of budget. It's not really ever comparative to the yield that it would generate. All right, so Very interesting. 100%, want more leads and they've got less money. And that was really how GSLI was created. We were created by economic development professionals for economic development professionals that were looking for a better way. They were doing traditional advertising, they were doing marketing, they were spending money on qualification, spending all their time following up to even see if they were qualified leads. And they said there's got to be a better way. In fact, to this day, my advisory board is made up of 12, 11 people around the nation, and 10. We got to count Rick. Rick's my standing. Rick passed away, and it meant a lot to us. But these members represent all different sizes of communities and all different geographic locations in all ages. So I have great balance. Our last board meeting was just 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Amazing. Really good input, really good ideas that were generated from that to help continue to build the Elite Cities program from an economic developer's perspective. And I always appreciate them. So people ask, what is GSLI? And the best analogy I can give is if you imagine buying a cookie jar, you just set it out and you never put fresh baked cookies in it. That is half the problem. So a lot of groups, they have programs, they have built advertising marketing methods, but they're not adding cookies into the cookie jar. And adding those cookies into the cookie jar is the tough part. You got to do the baking, you got to buy the ingredients, you got to do the mixing, you got to wait for the cooking, and you got to wait and hopefully don't burn some of those. And that is the best way that I can explain, and most of our clients explain. They say, Eric, you've created a cookie jar that is self-fulfilling. We just sit back. We don't have to do all the work and the baking and the expense. We just wait till another cookie comes in. We look at it. We see if there's a good match, and we submit. The beautiful thing about that is we flipped the model of traditional site selection. Site selectors would deselect communities versus select them just to get them off the list. When we present it and do our portal in this fashion, the community actually gets to deselect the company. So they say, hey, this isn't a good fit. I don't want to waste their time. And I don't want to waste my time submitting because they are not going to be successful there, and wait till the next cookie or project comes through. In fact, we had a lot of fun with this, and I created a little explainer video, and I think you'll enjoy this.
Imagine having a cookie jar that sits empty. Every time you want a cookie, you have to spend a lot of money buying ingredients, find the perfect recipe, mix everything together, wait for the cookies to bake, and then hope they actually turn out right. Believe it or not, that's exactly what traditional economic development looks like for communities nationwide. More time, money, and effort are spent marketing, searching for prospects, qualifying leads, and chasing opportunities than actually working with companies that are ready to expand. Now imagine having a cookie jar that magically fills itself. Someone else buys the ingredients, knows the right recipe, bakes all the cookies, tosses the bad cookies, and only places the very best ones in your jar. All you have to do is reach in, choose the cookie that's right for you, and enjoy it. That's exactly what it's like for GSLI's Elite Cities that use the project portal. We invest the time, money, research, prospecting, qualification, and follow-up to continually fill your project portal with real, active, job-creating projects from companies actively looking to expand. Your team simply reviews the opportunities, selects the ones that best fit your community, and starts building relationships. It's no wonder GSLI has become the recipe for success for hundreds of communities of every size across America. So stop baking and start choosing. Experience the GSLI Project Portal free for 2 weeks. Reach into the jar, discover your next opportunity, and see for yourself how much sweeter economic development can be when someone else does all the baking.
So I felt that best communicated what we do as a business, helping economic developers. When I founded the company, that was the intent, and that is the sole purpose we've had for the past 30 years. Whether or not we're developing websites, helping them do videos, putting them into our Elite Cities program, we're helping them be more effective and save money, so that they can do more things. And we'll share that here in a minute, like going to IFT that we just got back from, and took a lot of clients there, and it was very enjoyable and a very productive show. But does it work? I want to share with you a couple testimonials. This is Tim Kelly. We call him the Godfather of California. He was the president of Team California. Tim's been with us for over 10 years, and here's what he has to say. Maybe. Tim, I will bring you back. I know what I did. Sorry, guys.
I think with all the technology that's come about, and it's great, but the reality is that deals are done based upon relationships. And so an example of that would be last night we had a VIP event, and I attended, met a gentleman, and then here at the trade show, he was working with a client who was very interested in coming to the West Coast, and introduced me to him. And we are now setting up times to meet, not only here in the United States, but in the country where he's from. And that's just an example of how quick things can happen face to face. And GSLI created the opportunity for us, invited the right people, and I think we might have a winner out of it.
Yeah, and so that's one of our seasoned members. And one of our newer members. Now, Logan's not as new as they're going on their second year now, and approaching going on their third. So this is what Logan had to say.
Hi, my name is Logan Bruni. I'm with the City of Delaware, Ohio Economic Development Department, and we have been with GSLI as an elite city for about a year now. We joined GSLI to expand the amount of leads that we were able to get so that we could have a larger amount of projects to be able to look at and potentially bring into our area. What I like most is being able to really interact with the employees and members of GSLI, their hands-on help with anything from submitting projects and our website, and being able to come to these trade shows and have a really wonderful time has been a fantastic resource for us in getting out and doing more in a more active sense for economic development and business outreach. And I think we would absolutely recommend them. We've had a wonderful experience, and we hope to continue our partnership for many more years to come.
Yeah, and one thing I want you guys to think about, that when you're trying to increase your pipeline and increase the number of projects, there has to be a multitude of different ways of generating those. We have 7 different pillars, and you get to take advantage of those. We do telemarketing, we do magazine advertising, we do internet research, we do lead nurturing, we do trade shows. And the beauty of that is we allow our members to go out and work with us. We're all about creating those opportunities. This is a great example. This made me smile yesterday. This came across my text yesterday. And Eau Claire has been with us going on 7 or 8 years. They're a long-term. Aaron White is a great member, and Kendall Cressy, you talked with her. How long has Kendall been with the team?
So I think Kendall only came on within the last year or two. And so they had like a changing of structure. And so she came on into the economic development for the city. And
Yeah.
she is quite the go-getter.
She We got the text strings because we create a text string amongst everybody that's there and they share information. So when Kendall was at other booths, she was sending, hey, we got another lead over here. And then Malcolm, who's always a go-getter, he's sharing the same type of information. But when you have someone say, ending the conference with 67 leads to follow up, wahoo. Thank you, GSLI friends, for such a great first conference. We'll certainly be going back to Eau Claire singing your praises. Safe travels later today. That is probably what our team gets most excited about, to see success and to see people leveraging their investment into us to generating opportunities. And Kendall and Tim and Logan, those aren't just the only testimonials. We really pride ourselves. If you go to our website, you can see what everybody does and why they take advantage of us. I would challenge any other company to have more testimonials than we do on our website. It's something that we really pride ourselves on and really work hard at obtaining. And beyond that, we've become a one-stop shop. So we don't stop there. If they need help in developing websites, videos, branding or marketing materials, doing flyers, helping them do their own marketing outside of what they're doing with us or generating leads, we're there to help. And we ultimately want to be a one-stop shop. The biggest thing there is cost savings. So if you're trying to do those things, we aren't trying to make money on website development. So we try to get those to you at cost, and we guarantee all of our results, but it helps keep everything continuous um, with your branding whenever one group is handling all of it. You also get access to our Asian Pacific market. Francis, he's been with us a little over 6 months now, does an amazing job. He had a 9.5 year relationship with companies over in the Asian Pacific Rim, and we felt that was excellent to be able to get in front of them immediately. We have some members that are traveling to the Asian Pacific Rim that have reached out to me and asked if Francis can help in any way uh, on their travels over there. So that is an instant build in and additional leads that we would not otherwise get. This is a small picture of our active network right now across the United States. This is continually growing and adding. So these are some of the members. On the right, what you're seeing is the profiles that we build that we can push or companies can view to learn more and connect with each of the Elite Cities communities. And projects, everybody always asks about projects. What type of projects? They are all shapes and sizes. We do try to put a minimum of at least 10,000 square feet and 10 new jobs created. But if it's a high paying job, we can accept less. We've also ventured into some of the retail space. So we've get retail leads. Wallbox was a company from Barcelona, Spain. It took us 3 weeks to help them build this, find this facility and locate. McKinley Paper, one of the largest Latin American projects in the U.S. in the last 20 years. It was a 500,000 square foot build to suit, which was exciting. I got to tour the facility last 2 weeks ago. And some of these other projects just kind of give you a sense of the types of companies we work with and the types of buildings and projects they put in. These are just a sample of all the landed projects. Whenever somebody is landed, we indicate them with a trophy in the website, and you can go in and click on them and see actually the press release of where they landed. Do we have a poll for this? You could probably just throw it in the chat. If we don't, have you ever been to one of our prospect lives? It's probably our most transparent way of delivering prospects. If you haven't, I'm going to encourage you to watch your emails when we do one of these. They are a big deal. I love it because we get to, we bring, in this case, we brought Richard online. He was touring with us in the United States. He's from Australia. And, we just interviewed him. We talked to him. We asked him what were the tipping points, what was going to help him make a decision. And then we opened up the mic, and the elite cities and people got to ask him questions about what his needs were and if their area matched. So instantly, he got to make connections with so many economic developers, and economic developers got to find out if this was a good project for them all in less than an hour. So we really love our Prospect Lives. Hope you can join us for one of those. I promise to be a player board, and this is kind of an area where I want you to get your thinking cap on, get your calculator out or a scratch pad, and I'm going to pretend we talked about you getting less money, yeah, or less budget and needing more results. But I'm going to challenge you. If I was your board, and I'm going to say I'm a villainous board, as we've got indicated here, so I'm going to be a little tough on you. But I've got high expectations. There's 7 things that I want you to do, and I want you to mentally put a calculator down and start adding up and say, and be able to respond. If I'm going to ask you to do all these things, I'm going to ask for this budget. So first thing I want you to do, I want you to launch a campaign media mix with 5 lead generation pillars. So that means trade shows, magazine advertising, lead nurturing, whatever those pillars are, I need you to do 5 of them. I want you to exhibit and or receive project leads from 6 national trade shows. I need you to hire an intern to qualify leads because we pay you a good salary and that's busy work. So we need to get a qualified intern in here for you to train and hire and get to at least qualify the leads. And I also want you to hire a consultant to work with you monthly on submission strategies. I also need you to invest in a CRM. So whenever we ask for reports and results, you can track those and stay in touch with the growth of those. I need you to distribute national press releases so you can get our story out because that's our biggest issue. People just don't know about us. And I want you to also do that on social media to further build our brand. So if the board was going to give you those 7 directives and you're sitting there crunching your budget in the chat, how much budget would you ask for to meet their objectives? What do you think that would cost, or what would it cost you? It might change. You might have different philosophies or ways that you're doing your marketing. We typically get answers, I don't know. We've got them as low as 20,000. We've got them as much as 150,000, kind of all over the place. I'm going to tell you the straight math of that. Cindy's working hard. She's going to do it all for 50,000. That's great. I mean, that's a good healthy budget you should ask for. I'm a little familiar with your community, so that would be tremendous. But if you were to actually go out and put all of that together, it's over $175,000 to put that program together that would actually generate the results that they're going to be looking for. Now, if I was your board and I said, "Hey, I'm not giving you 175,000, I'm giving you less than $10,000 to do all of that." That's probably going to be you. You're probably going to say, "That is unrealistic. I'm resigning because I'm going to go out and do this." You're not going to be happy and it's going to reflect on me. And that's just the reality, guys. I've worked with hundreds of economic developers and I see it day in and day out. They are challenged with these high expectations. And if they don't deliver, they're either going to blame the source or they're going to blame, the true fact is they just weren't given enough money to implement the right program. I'm here to say, in our Elite Cities program, I did it 30 years ago and I have not increased our investment to be in our Elite Cities for 30 years. I'm going to tell you, you can do it for under $9,000. And that, I always ask people if they are given a bigger budget. Cindy, like if you were asked to get said, "Hey, I'm going to give you 50,000," I still would strip that down and say, "I'm only given $10,000. What am I going to do to get results for my community, my board, and be out there in the marketplace. Once you take a look at your marketing and your budgets that way, it really eliminates a fluff from your marketing efforts. Cressa, this is my funnest part. We'll do a little quick 10-minute go into it, see it in action, see how these projects can align with your community, how to find them. I'm going to let Caressa take over the screen.
Oh.
And then I'm just going to pretend I'm a economic developer trying to see how this would increase my pipeline.
1 second here, Eric. I thought you were going to grab it. So give me 1 second. I'm just logging in right now. Go live. This is the funnest part, guys. Okay, here we go.
Gives me an opportunity.
All right, can you guys see my screen?
We can.
Excellent. I am logged in as our demo account, the bot here. And so what would you like for me to do in here, Eric?
So, Cresta, I'm taking a look at your portal. And like I said, my board's most interested in just being able to work opportunities. How do I find opportunities to submit on in this?
Absolutely. So the quickest and easiest way would be to go to the browse projects. You can either do that down here when you first on these buttons below, or you can also click right up here on the main menu. And there we are. So right now we're in looking at all of our projects, our current projects. Are you wanting to dive down into something specific, Eric?
Yeah, I'm scrolling through these and I see, that freezer burn looks kind of interesting. It's got the right characteristics of my community. Is that all the information you give?
Absolutely not. So we do give a little bit of basic information on the front just so that you can see if it looks like something that you would be interested in as far as the region they're looking and the size. However, to get more information on the project, we would just simply click on freezer burn. And then it's going to give a full project overview, tell you how many jobs, if there's any land requirements. We'll also give regions or states of interest, any special requirements for the project, and then a little bit of information about the company that we're working with.
So what if I have a question that I just want to clarify before I make a submission?
Absolutely. So over here on the left side of every project is an orange box that says, have questions about project name. And the bottom here, it says, be the first to ask a question. Sometimes it'll say that, or sometimes it'll say view questions and answers because somebody has already asked something. So you'll simply click that, and then you can type in your question right here. This is going to go directly to our project director, Ashley, and she can start working on getting you an answer to your question. Either she already has it and she'll post it, or she'll get with the project so we can get that answer to you.
Yeah, so I'm used to getting state leads and other types of leads, and they never give me any updates or follow-up. Do you guys provide updates?
Absolutely. So we try to get an update every 45 to 60 days for each of the projects. And when we do get those updates, you will see them come in. And let me see. Don't have any on these newer projects, but let's take a look, see if I have any right here on page 2. It's usually where I start seeing them. There we go. It's going to show up just like this. It's going to be right off to the right of the project where you can actually click the bell, and it's going to give you any updates that we've had. And I know for this project, USA Illumination, we're currently on a hold spot, so we're waiting for the next update, but we are aware of exactly what's going on. And there's all of our updates.
So, I like the fact that I can get a lot of projects fairly quickly. My goal may be 3 or 4 per year to justify the investment, but I hate making submissions. I mean, if a state asks me to do one, it takes me a half a day of my time just to put in a submission. I don't get any feedback. How do you submit on there?
Absolutely. So say that you really liked that first let me go back to my first page of project so we can get something fresh. Say that you really liked freezer burn. You really wanted to submit on that. That was a perfect project for your community. All you have to do is once you go into the project, and even from the outside, there will be a submit button. It'll be off to the right if you're on the browse project page. It'll be right here if on the left if you're in the project report. You just click the submit button and it's going to take you to our initial RFI. And now the first one might be a little bit tedious because it is your first time putting in a submission with us. However, we have worked some AI into several portions of it to assist you further in creating those cover letters, getting that workforce data ready, logistics. So throughout it, you will find built-in AI that is highlighted in this like yellow here. So you need help with your cover letter, you click that. It takes you into ChatGPT. It does require, or it doesn't require, but you'll get the best results with the paid version. However, it isn't required. And then each of these sections, as you go down, once you've completed them one time for one of your submissions, you'll see here that I have a highlighted option that I can then fill in for future submissions. So yes, the first one is a little bit time consuming. We do have that AI built in to assist you in several different areas. However, after that, you should be able to just go down and click into the space to fill it with something that you previously had in there.
Great. Well, great. Chris, and now I can show my board a pipeline. I can say, hey, I'm tracking these 5 projects. I've made submissions. But as you know, all boards want me to wear many hats. So they say, hey, go do a social media campaign, or can um, perfect your cover letter writing. I don't see it as sharp as I need to be. Is there any opportunity to give me some help on that?
Absolutely. So there's multiple places here and multiple things that we do to assist with making any economic developer's life a little bit easier. And so every second and fourth Tuesday of the month, we host a jam session for our clients. And in that jam session, we're going to do a AI training or some type of training to assist you in getting things done a little bit quicker and more efficiently. We're also going to tell you about a project, and we'll let you know about any updates we have going on. But we have taken that even further. So if you didn't get to the jam session, you could come here and watch the entire thing if it's of interest. It tells you kind of what we're going to go over here in the description. But if you're just trying to get directly to those trainings and you don't have the time to waste, you're like, hey, I need social media right now. You can come right here to the Jam Academy, which is where we take those trainings out of those jam sessions so that you can have a quick, anywhere from 5 to 7 minute video about exactly what you're trying to find. So just simply go to the search bar, type in what you're looking for, and then it's going to bring up any videos that could assist you. So this one has how to create your social media post in seconds and how to use AI to develop your social media strategy.
Excellent. So I heard there's this lady up in Eau Claire named Kendall, and she went to a trade show with you guys and got over 67 project leads. How do I do that? I'd love to attend your shows.
Absolutely. So on that same GSLI Elite Cities tab, the trade show tour, and you go onto the trade show tour, you can see what shows we have to attend. You can also go in and see any past shows that we've been to. And if you're not seeing enough information or want more information, you can simply click into learn more, and it's going to provide you a lot more information about the show, target industries, where it's located. And then as you go through here, there's always going to be a big orange button that says attend or sponsor with GSLI. This just takes you to a quick form that shows you our remaining shows for the year. And then you can click that you want to attend or sponsor. And that way we can reach out to you and get your badge and everything set up for the show.
Do I still get the leads if I don't attend?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You get the leads, and oftentimes we have a show report right here. So you can actually download the show report, which gives you a really good idea of how the show went for us. You can see exactly how many leads were uncovered and what you can expect to see coming into the portal over the next couple of months as we continue to qualify them further.
Excellent. Well, guys, thank you, Carissa. And those,
Yes.
there are tons of additional benefits on there from ROI reports. You can use this system as your own CRM and put in your leads. You can tag them as pipeline contacts. Let me see if I can take back over or if I need to.
Yeah, I think you do. Here, I'll stop my show.
All right. Um, so um, we have made it all inclusive, and everybody asks me why we don't increase prices over our longevity of the company. We increase members. We do offer exclusivity. We try to limit it to no more than 5 communities per state so that we keep that energy going whenever we're at trade shows like we just had at this show. They're from multiple areas around the country helping each other. It's all about identifying projects. And if you have everybody from the same state, they're kind of fearful of, helping their neighbor land a project over them. But if you come on board, there are 2 levels of entry with us. We have our full year, which is 8,500, and we have our starter, which if somebody wanted to just, hey, prove it to me, let me see what it's like, it's $4,950. And you get all of the exact same benefits of both programs. One's just less time. And so I will say that 95% of our people do the year, and our average member is over 7 years. And we really pride ourselves on those continued relationships. We don't like to churn and just turn over people. We want to get them results, build that relationship, um, and earn their business for years to come. These are all the things that you get. We do a white glove onboarding and training call with yours truly, Caresta. She will sit there and train you how to go in, effectively use the portal. You'll receive a form to complete, and we will put out a national press release that you can also use locally to get the word out that you've partnered with GSLI and are now an Elite City member. Attracting new business. You also get a coach. We didn't even mention this when we said go hire an intern. You get a professional, seasoned coach in economic development that works with you every month. They have what's called a standing call. They work with you anywhere from, I'm going to say, 20 to 45 minutes, learning your community, answering questions you have, helping you work through projects and project questions. That alone itself, we've been accused of being the world's cheapest intern. Just for that aspect, to have access to that consultant slash coach. You get instant access to the project portal with real time project and alert update alerts. Those come to you via email. The second that a project's in there, it'll alert you. You get those from the day forward. So from the day you join, actually the day that you join forward is whenever you get 12 months if you signed up for the annual of project leads. Email reminders of all jam sessions. Those are the jam academies, the prospect live, submission deadlines, and upcoming trade shows. I don't think we're going to have very many questions. If you did, Cindy, I answered your question and sent it back to you. I hope that helps. But I promised an offer that we are going that I do for you guys spending your time with me. Um, we do what's called a 5-minute community assessment. It really takes about 5 to 10 minutes to fill out, but it really gives us insight on where you are with it in your community, what you've done, what's worked, what hasn't worked, and it really gives us a starter assessment on how and if and how we can help you. But if you fill out that 5-minute community assessment, I'm going to give you a voucher or we're going to tag your name in our system that says we're going to open up the last 6 months of your project portal leads when you join. So that alone is you're not only going to get the ongoing 12 months, you're going to be able to go back 6 months, find 2 or 3 projects, 4 if you're lucky, and say, hey, board, we're starting with project leads right out of the gate. And that's already doubling what we got last year or whatever. We want to make you effective and a hero from day one. And then I'll do a free one-on-one marketing assessment. We'll schedule it. I'll spend it with you. We'll do a deep dive in what you're doing and how you're going about your business attraction and give you my 30 years of experience on what I've seen other communities do, what works, what doesn't work, how to clean up, tighten up your budget, and start getting results. So that's the limited time offer, guys. Crest, if you can, put up the poll that says if they would like the 5-minute community assessment. And if you just click yes, that'll give us your email and we will send it to you. And you can complete that over this afternoon, hopefully, or next couple days. Get it back to us, and that'll give us ability to take a look at it. And it doesn't obligate you to become a member. It just unlocks that offer for you. So if you'd like that, pop in a yes over there and we'll get that to you. And Caressa, we've had pretty good. Well, was Cindy the only one that commented today? Cindy, you were the only one that commented. So Cindy, you get your choice
She already
between.
has your book.
Oh, she does. All right. So she wants. Cindy, do you want 2 books? Or would you
I
like the
don't know if
Amazon
she
gift
has your
card?
other book though.
Put it in the chat. If you want the Amazon gift card, we will send that to you immediately after this webinar. And I will definitely, awesome. All right, we
Amazon
will send
card. I
that to
got you,
you.
Cindy.
And we will, as you asked, we will have a recording link to this later today. We'll send that to you. You can use it however you feel necessary to educate and share with members of your board or peers that might be needing a little bit of education on this. But as always, guys, I appreciate you guys. We got this done in our 45 minutes. I tried to get it in 30,
Shocking.
but Cresta, I hope you're going to go home and go to bed or go to bed and get some rest.
I have way too much work to do. So much
and
catching up.
so thank you all. Hopefully we get to see you next time on a jam session, a prospect live at one of our trade shows. We really want to see you out there and in action and getting really dialed into what we're doing. So thank you for attending. And until we meet again, have a great day.
Bye, everybody.